Last April was a life pivot, upside down, whichever you want to call it. So I decided to take the opportunity and make the best of it. And I started research and development mid-April on this project, threw myself back into work and my studies and kept it moving and didn't let what had just happened throw me off course. I allowed it to shift onto a better course. So there's a lot of work to do. Okay, I had to stand up. Like sitting down and working just like doesn't cut it. Okay, so I went to the beach in April of last year, and we were sitting at breakfast, and my girlfriends were like, "Can you make, smaller pieces, like stuff that you would go to Target and get, but the stuff at Target isn't handmade." I mean, I don't think it is. I think most of it's all production, as in, I wish I had something here. I took them all upstairs last night. Okay, even though this is made out of metal, just humor me. So you can put this, it's Bike Week in Florida. They're everywhere. They're really cool. I love a bike gang. It's like I just drove down the street and it's like they're packed, I don't know, I just like it. There's a lot of people here from Atlanta. I saw a lot of Atlanta tags. Anyways, so basically what and why it's less expensive, because I'm going to tell you that too, is they make one, right? And then they put it into a casting of silicone. And then you can use that. Then they take this out after it dries, which I learned all this a couple years ago. I had someone working for me that we started a project and sadly did not get to finish. Well, it finished in the lawyer's office, unfortunately. Can't say much about it, but it was a learning experience for sure. So what they do is take that one that you've made, make a mold, and then pour in the concrete or hydrocal and like pump them out, right? You make one and then the rest of them are just like manufactured. Well, that's not what I'm doing. I'm making every single one by hand, right? So making the rounds and then either using this to go inside of it or something, or making another one. It's all, I want to make the size, I want to know where the lines are, I want to, if it's going to be a candle or a vase or whatever it's going to be. I started researching everything in April when I came back from that trip. I was like, okay, if the girls are saying that they want this, like where you can get this little beautiful thing and it still has the same integrity as my fine art, like, that's the goal, right? Like the goal is to make these beautiful pieces that aren't necessarily on the wall. Because I do have people, they're like, I have no more room on the wall. I need something that I can place somewhere. And it's so versatile. So I'll get into all of that later because that's a whole nother like 5 minutes on what you can do with these cool things. But here we go. So I started the research. I mean, I've wanted to work with concrete for a while. So this is nothing new. And I started that project, the sculpture project, a couple years ago, and it was with sand and epoxy. So I've been working on sculptures and trying to get this stuff out for like 2 years, and had to have a shift. So this is where we've landed for now. And I can see where it's gonna grow. Like I can see where I've started and I know where it can go. Right now I'm basically learning like the bulk structure of it, right? And then I can start kind of like carving into it and painting it and making it, it's basically a work of art within itself, just in a different form. Instead of hanging on the wall, it's in a cylinder, and I honestly, I have them all over my house, either with these beautiful clay flowers that I make or alone. Some of them have sand in them, some of them have rocks. I collect rocks from different places that I go in the world. Some of them have plants in them. Some of them are standalone, like they're just beautiful to me. And they're made with my hands, like that's, I know, it's like, how do you, it takes hours to make just one of them. And I just hope that we keep that alive, because a soul touching a piece and a computer touching a piece is different. And it comes into your home different, it lives different, it breathes different, and there's a lot of soul that goes into these pieces, like a lot. Every single inch of it is crafted. So this is the part that goes inside. So I'm gonna make this one have, well, they all have holes. Well, some of them don't, but most of them do. And I have these, a bunch of these that I cut with my dad last summer, and they're easy to use, but they're, you know, sometimes you want it a different size. So I gotta make it myself. Right? And that's gonna go into here. Tape this bottom. This is basically the outside. So if I want to put any type of, you know, vellum, painted vellum, or anything on the outside, this is the time to do it. And also this one I will cover. I'm gonna cover this with vellum and then put it in here, right? So you pour, put it in there. Okay, now we're on the other side.